In a fog-covered valley where the stars never shone, there stood a small, crooked shop. It sold only one thing: candles. Each candle glowed with a different color: red for love, blue for memory, and gold for truth. The shopkeeper, Madame Irina, was a mysterious old woman with eyes that shimmered like melted wax. She always gave the same warning to everyone who entered: never light a candle after midnight, for the night listens more closely than the day. People would just laugh, thinking it was an old superstition. But strangely, no one ever came to the shop twice. One rainy evening, a lonely girl named Lara entered. She was clutching a small broken locket. Inside was a picture of her little brother Evan, who had vanished in a storm a year ago. Her voice trembled as she spoke. "Please, Madame Irina, I would give anything to see him again." The old woman studied her for a long, silent moment, then reached under the counter. She pulled out a silver candle wrapped in old lace that smelled faintly of roses and dust. "This candle burns for only one wish," Irina said softly. "Light it when your heart aches the most. But remember, wishes are not free." Lara nodded without hesitation, her eyes filled with tears and a desperate flicker of hope. That night, the rain whispered against Lara's window like soft, tapping fingers. She sat on her bed, holding the candle in her hands. The clock struck midnight. Her voice broke as she whispered, "I wish to see my brother again." She struck a match. The candle flared to life with a silver flame, brighter than moonlight. The air grew colder, and then she heard it, a small laugh. It was familiar, warm. Lara turned around, and there he was, Evan, standing by the door, smiling. His clothes were dry, his eyes full of light. "You called me Lara," he said gently. "Now I'm home." Lara fell to her knees, crying with pure joy. She hugged him tightly, but his skin felt cold, like glass. She didn't notice the candle's flame flickering backward, its wax melting in reverse. Hours passed. The night refused to end. The candle still burned, but its wax never seemed to run out. Lara began to feel dizzy. Her reflection in the window seemed slower. Her breath came out like frost. Then a sudden whisper filled the room. It was Madame Irina's voice, even though the door was locked tight. "You paid with time, child. When the flame dies, you will fade and he will remain." Lara turned to the candle in absolute terror. She tried to blow it out, but the flame would not die. "Evan, help me," she cried. Her brother only smiled, the same warm, loving smile, but his eyes were empty now, glowing faintly silver. The flame flared one last brilliant time. The world twisted, and everything went dark. When dawn finally broke, the rain had stopped. The village was quiet. Madame Irina opened her little shop, sweeping the floor as if nothing had happened. On the top shelf stood a new silver candle, glowing softly. Inside the shimmering wax, if you looked very closely, you could see a small figure, a girl, smiling faintly, her hand reaching out. Madame Irina whispered to the candle, Every wish leaves a shadow. She blew it out, and the shop fell silent. Only a faint scent of roses and smoke lingered in the air. Thanks for watching our story. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe for more tales from the shadows. See you next time.